According to this article, younger and younger people are going for cosmetic procedures, and as a cosmetic dermatologist, I have some thoughts. The article focuses in specifically on neuromodulator injections, so these are things like Botox, Dysport, Xeomin. Apparently, between 2019 and 2020, the amount of people 19 and younger getting these injections rose by 75%, while it rose by 71% in people 20 to 29. A little lesson in statistics here. They're not giving you the absolute number of people, so even a 75% increase may not be that much. But I think there are a few reasons why this might be happening. Number one, we're around like 20 years of cosmetic Botox being out there on the market, so people are becoming more and more comfortable with it, which has led to an increase in its use overall across all age groups. The fact that we're more comfortable with it means that it's becoming more and more accessible, and also that there's new research being done about it all the time, and that we're finding new uses for it. Some of those uses are even medical in nature, so this could be for conditions like migraines, like excessive sweating. And even the cosmetic indications are growing with new off-label uses. So in the beginning, people were just getting Botox for their upper face, hyperdynamic wrinkles, but now we're using it all over the face and on certain parts of the body. Also, our understanding of some of the effects of Botox is growing. So it's not just being used for hyperdynamic expression lines anymore, which could account for some of the increase in younger people who are using it. It may not be for an anti-aging concern necessarily. Lastly, did something big happen in this world between 2019 and 2022? I think it did. We are much more online and on screens than we used to be pre-pandemic. I think a lot more people became aware of certain features of their face and the cosmesis around that from having to stare at themselves on screens all day. And I don't think that that's necessarily good nor bad. I think it really depends on the case. I think that social has also shown people what is possible with some of these procedures. So I think overall, you have a lot of factors converging here. It's greater social acceptance of minor cosmetic procedures, such as Botox. It is a growing awareness of them among the public. It is a growing want and openness of newer generations to take part in them. And it's greater understanding of what we're able to achieve with them. Lastly, I do think more and more people are aiming for prevention, and specifically when it comes to botulinum toxins, the jury's still kind of out on whether or not preventative Botox is something that you can really depend on. I always tell my patients, logically it makes sense that it would work, but we don't have any really hard data saying that if you start early on that you're going to be better off in the long run. Which brings me to my usual advice about botulinum toxin. If you have wrinkles starting to form, you're probably a good candidate. If you don't have any hyperdynamic expression lines, you probably don't need it. That applies if you're getting expression lines at the age of 18 or if you have none at the age of 60. Trend reporting is fun, but in practice, everything really needs to be individualized.